Hi, I'm back, and I'm here to talk to you about the difference between eclectic Wicca and initiatory Wicca and witchcraft. So a lot of people find this topic a bit confusing because for a long time the word Wicca was used as a euphemism for witchcraft in general. However, Wicca is a specific tradition, or rather initiatory Wicca is a specific tradition, and this is a tradition that was founded by a few key people, among them Doreen Valiente, Gerald Gardner, and Alex Sanders. So if you see a coven that says it's Alexandrian, then that coven is descended from Alex Sanders. If you see a coven that says it's Gardnerian, then that coven is descended from Gerald Gardner. And a lot of the liturgy that both the Gardnerian tradition and the Alexandrian tradition use was written by Doreen Valiente. It can also be fresh material that's been written by initiates of the tradition. So eclectic Wicca is somebody who doesn't have a lineage from Gardner or Sanders and has taken the material from published works and built their own practice, which is great. No problem with that at all. And there are also other traditions that have a lineage and have initiations but aren't descended from Gardner or Sanders, and so we don't call them Gardnerian or Alexandrian for obvious reasons. But that's getting a little bit technical. So initiatory witchcraft or Wicca is a religion. It's not, it incorporates the magical practices that we call witchcraft, but first and foremost it's a religion for honouring the old gods, and it's also a mystery tradition, which means that candidates for membership in a coven become priests or priestesses or priestesses in the tradition and go through a series of initiations which expose them to the mysteries. And the inner mysteries are experiences that the psyche undergoes which cause transformation in the psyche, and it also establish a relationship between us and the old gods. So what's the difference between that and eclectic witchcraft? So witchcraft doesn't have to be a religion. Many people say that they practice secular witchcraft, and so witchcraft is primarily about working spells and working like magical operations, which can be for self-transformation, or it can be for making money or sending out healing to others or whatever. Within initiatory Wicca, we insist that people use the magical skills that they have and the magical techniques for good purposes like healing. And although being psychic is a nice to have, it's not a necessary condition for becoming part of initiatory Wicca, because it is primarily a religion. So if you're looking to join a coven, it's important to understand this distinction, because you will be doing some magical activities as part of a coven, but that isn't the main goal or purpose, in my opinion, of being in a coven. The main purpose of being in a coven is to learn together, to worship the old gods, to connect with nature, and those are primarily religious activities. And self-transformation through the practice of magic is definitely part of the goals, but it's only one goal amongst all the other goals. So I hope that clears up the difference between initiatory Wicca, eclectic witchcraft or Wicca, and like witchcraft in general. And I should also add, of course, that there are initiatory lineaged traditions of witchcraft which have never called themselves Wicca. Those are what's known as traditional craft or folkloric witchcraft. And they are traditions in their own right. This includes things like 1734 and Clan of Tubal Cain, and other similar traditions that have their own lineages and their own practice. And they are also, I would have said, primarily religious in nature, although definitely practice magic. So, to sum up, initiatory Wicca is a lineaged tradition of religion and magic. Eclectic Wicca, non-initiatory, is a practice of magic that's derived from published works about Wicca. And witchcraft can be a number of things. It can be traditional witchcraft, which has its own lineages. It can be a non-religious practice of magic, and anything between the two, in actual fact. So I hope that clears up the differences. Thanks for listening. Bye.